Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. Beautiful You. I am your host, Avantika. We are calling it episode 1, season 2, because in the last 1.5 years, we released 25 episodes, which were audio only. And moving forward, we'll be releasing video episodes. So you can see us now. And it's a new era. It's a new season for us because we are a much bigger team working together to create content regarding mental wellness. And in today's episode, it's July. So a lot of us have started college or will be starting college for the first time. And the transition from school to college is always a difficult one. So us being college students, we came together and came up with this survival guide for college. So we hope it resonates with you and we hope that it makes your transition from school to college a much easier one. Hello everyone, welcome to first episode of season 2 of Beautiful You podcast, where we have started video podcasting now, so you can see us on YouTube if you're watching this on Spotify. And yeah, I'm your host Avantika. And recently we expanded our team, and a lot of us are actually college going students. So we figured let's start season 2 with a college survival guide, because all of us had that first day in college where it was very overwhelming. Moving from school to college is always a difficult transition, and we wanted to make it easier. So today I'm joined by Sonali. She is one of our members and she helps us in the content research. And she and we are here to discuss some of the tips and tricks that help us survive college. So here is an important college survival guide for you. Hi, Sonali.
Hi, Avantika. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm absolutely fine.
So could you tell us a little bit about what you do and, about the course that you're studying, and how has your college experience been so far?
So right now I'm studying psychology, but coming from a commerce background and shifting to psychology, it's kind of a task to get through all this. So it's a little overwhelming for the beginning. And talking about my college years, I was working in and out, so my college years were fine, and I barely managed to get through it. So yes, I don't have really much to talk about it because it was all past lives and just keeping on and on and on. So yes, that's it for now. But let's add on some things that I use to survive whatever days I survived with my college. So let's just talk about this.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you for being part of this episode. I'm so excited to record this with you.
I could not be more happy. I'm so excited. This is my first. I'm doing this for the very first time. So
Yeah, and this is certainly not the last. I can assure you that. It will be fun. And so she's at the moment studying psychology. She's doing her master's, and I'm doing my bachelor's, PhD in psychology. I'm in my third year, and my first semester was like COVID year, so like it went online, and the last 3 semesters have been offline. So I remember like the transition from first semester to second semester. It was not gonna quite intimidating because these people, right? But now you're like in physical vicinity with them, and that's kind of intimidating. And you see all these new faces and new people, because like even in third semester when you like juniors join in, and then a lot of other courses start as well, and like their juniors join. So it's too many new faces, too many unfamiliar faces. It's like, dude, this is a lot of people. Like I don't have anxiety, I don't struggle with that. But oh my god, did I get socially anxious when I was like in that, like whenever you see so many new people. So so just wanted to give a sort of a disclaimer. I'll keep looking. I have a webcam up there, and then like laptop is here. So it's gonna like, if I keep looking away from the screen or on the screen, you know why. So moving on to our college survival guide. Our first point would be, make sure that you don't rote learn. Forget how you studied in school, and if you did rote learning, forget all that, and then right now, like with college, focus on finding your niche, your new way of learning. It's like, and you need to like make sure that you learn well. You don't want to be one of those kids who, get a degree on certain subject, like whatever your major is. And then if someone asks you like basics of that particular subject, you don't know how to answer that. You don't want to be one of those people. You need to understand the concepts of it, read articles, books, research papers, ask questions. You need to engage with the curriculum and with the teachers and such. So like make sure that you actually learn. You are studying to understand the concepts and to like learn about it rather than just simply learning. You can expand on that.
So we were talking about academic studying and understanding things, right? So yeah, it is important to understand. It also just effortlessly brings out that interest once you understand the concept, and it just flows to you. You don't have to like just put your head to it. And then we come down to the marks or the grades or scoring. So marks are fine. You are going to score well. But if your initial base is not clear, the initial foundation is not clear, then I don't think so. Even scoring good marks are not any use. So let's just try and focus more on actually actively engaging in the learning process rather than just looking out for the outcome of the learning process. And yeah,
But I would like say that it's like marks, your GPA and your marks do matter, because what happens is we talk about marks don't matter and stuff, and they don't define you, sure, but I feel like they do matter when it comes to getting into a good school for, let's say, masters. So like for me right now, I can't get in like a really good college that I want if I have, if I have like my marks in 40% and 50%. I will get into a college, but not in the college that I want. So it's like they don't matter like 20 years down the line, but they just matter in the next step for yourself. And I've also noticed that it also affects your self-confidence to a whole other level, to be honest. How has your experience been with that?
with this whole academic scoring, and so okay, so here's the thing. I think the kids. Can I go on with this?
Yeah.
Okay, so I tutor kids, and so basically they are like in ninth and fifth grade, right? So what they are always asking me this one question, that how much marks I will gain out of it, or how much marks I going to cut out of this if I don't do this. And I'm always like, why do you want to care about marks? Why don't you just just
Right.
just do what I'm telling you, and then you don't have to actually care about marks. Where you said that okay, you want to aim for some good university, and there you need a certain expect certain grades. So you don't have to just force it out. You don't have to be so stressed about it. If you just divert all your initial motive, or just just initial intention, I would say, okay, marks, now all my focus was just taking the subject in, and to do that it's very important to do what you like, pick subjects that you like, pick courses that you like, pick whatever that you would like to study.
Yeah.
So this is what I would say.
Oh no, yeah, 100% agree with that. It's very important. Like, but it's very important. Moving on to it, because I feel like we could talk about it for a very long time. Moving on to the second point, we would say is that remember your why. Why you chose a particular subject, why you chose a particular course, why you chose this university, why are you choosing to do what you do right now? Because it's so easy. Because once you start college, it's so easy to get with the flow, and you get a lot of freedom. Honestly, like once you start college, there's a lot of freedom to it. It's very different from how school is, because no one is actually going to be behind you or care about it. They just like they wouldn't care as much as they did at school. So it's just that you have a lot of freedom, but then it also means that you're way more responsible for your own life choices. So remember your whys. That will help you shape up your life choices, because honestly, this is the time period where people do get shaped up for the rest, like a lot of their upcoming years.
Remember, all your whys are going to lead you to your discipline. You just know why you are doing something, so you get a clear picture of what you want. And once you get the clear picture of what you want, you can just break that whole picture, and then just put it in a certain way, so that goal setting comes into the view. So you set very real goals. Keeping in mind all your intentions and all your, as you said, whys and everything. And so that's where discipline comes in. So if you are very true to the process from the beginning, I don't think so anything has to be forced. Even discipline, you're just going to like, okay, I need to get up, so I am going to get up. So there is nothing beyond it, nothing pele. So yeah, this is what, that's it.
Fair enough. The third one that we would really emphasize on is learn the basics of finance. God, I sucked at it. And I repeated it later on. But it's like you need to learn how to manage your finances well enough. So there's an app that I use called hold on. There's an app that I use called Money Manager, where basically, if like, have you heard of the app Money Manager?
Money management is something I should not talk about. Yeah, honestly.
No, but
But
okay, so basically, there's an app called Money Manager, and what happens is there you can track your finances very easily. You have these, we'll put up like, if we can, we'll put up like images here if you're watching this on YouTube, and you can track your expenses like daily, on a day-to-day basis, weekly, monthly, yearly, kind of like that. So you know how much you're spending in a day, in a week, and in a month, and stuff like that. And it's like, and also they have different categories of where you're spending the money, which, so you know where exactly your money is going. And I was introduced to this by my friend, and I don't like her for it because it makes me so responsible now. So guilty when people. It's a great app. It's like, love it for that. But like, yeah, it's a great app, and it helps with like managing your finances a hell lot better. So that's one thing. I feel like it's like learning where you go wrong and right when it comes to money. It could be a little, it could make you feel a little guilty, agreed, but it will also give you a lot of power and control over your money management. It doesn't have to be a lot. You just need to like track them down and see where you can cut it off and stuff like that. So it's like one way to go.
okay, so another thing that's really important, that is being mindful about who you are with, the people you come in contact with, the people you meet, the people will talk to. And okay, on a side note, it is not necessary to be nice to everyone. Like,
My God,
you know,
Dad, yes.
yeah, it is not necessary. You can just be, okay, you can still be polite and just carry forward the conversation, but you just don't have to have that nice and, tone or certain way of talking to everybody. You should just be like, okay, the way the communication, the conversation should be according to the circumstance, situation, the person you are talking to. So this is what comes under this, and social circles. So here we come to the very important topic, that is friends and friends. So friends do play. They take a lot of time. We are in a college. College ke bahar, like outside of college, apart from college, they take a lot of time. They take a lot of energy. We exchange views. So make sure that the friends you hang out with are the friends you are sure of, that okay, they have the same goals. Okay, like, okay, not same goals, I can't say, but they have this very upbringing point of views, upbringing perspective, so that you are like, okay, you can learn certain things, and when you try to speak, they will be like good listeners to you as well. It's just not like a one-way communication between friends. So this is where the social circle comes in the picture. The and like you go on and on with your friends, friendships, then just be very aware of also the money part that we said. So you just need to be aware of the external influences, that is all the materialistic parts of college life. Have fun, absolutely have fun, buy certain things. Like, it's not like we have to save everything. Just have fun. Just do what you love. It's fine, but don't let materialism get to you to a point where you are just like, living up for it. Just be very close to your needs. Be very close to your whys. Be very close to your what is essential in the moment. And so yeah, let me know what you think about it?
No, yeah, 100% agreed, because it's like the whole comparison is so easily done when you are in a new place and you start comparing yourself to other people in all aspects, be it like with in terms of materialistic things, or in terms of like, your physically or intellectually, in every aspect, if you name it, and there's comparison. So social media does like enough of that to you. You don't need to do that to yourself like so much. Don't make yourself put through so much pain, because it's not healthy for anyone. It's not full for anyone. You're not gonna get anything good out of it anyway. So yeah, it's the energy of the people that you hang out with is very important, because energy is like, transfer. So the people that you hang out with, you are gonna get their energy into you, and the energy that you put out, they are gonna get your energy as well. So it's like energy is transfer. So be mindful of the people that you surround yourself with. And I've noticed that friendships fall apart all the time, especially in college, because energy is transfer. And I like this whole concept that if you're not growing together with someone, you're growing apart. And that happens in terms of like friendships, relationships, like any kind of relationship that you take it. So it's like being mindful of who you grow with is so important. And yeah, I have been part of like some friendships that I thought, oh my god, these are like my people, and then next semester, and turns out they are not my people. And it's a lot of changes, because everyone is evolving at a very different rate sometimes, and that's completely okay. It's completely fine for friendships to fall apart. It's completely fine for people to like grow apart from each other. That's completely okay. But don't let it get to you and your mental health so much that, you lose like parts of yourself. So just like be mindful for your own sake. The next point that I would like to share, which is actually really personal to me, it's about getting experience in your college. Is very crucial. How people talk about try out new things, do internships, and volunteer at different organizations, different places, get your experience. It's very important, and I fell into the trap of that a little too hard. But it's not as important as this it taking over your mental health. It's important, but not at the cost of your mental well-being or physical well-being. Just your well-being. It's not that important that you're forgetting how to take care of yourself uh, just to get more experience. So I have like an anecdote to share. In my first semester, because it was online, I had a lot of free time to do. And you know how you get so energetic when you have just like got into college, or like I want to do that, I want to do this. You like sign up for 3-4 student clubs, and you volunteer for every possible responsibility that you could get in those clubs. And it's like you're just like grinding away for what, or at the position of a member, that too. So it's not like you have any more like authority or any power or any more like important responsibilities. You're just a member there. And it's like I think I signed up for around 3 to 4 student clubs. And I would work till like 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, and I would sign up for every single thing that they would ask for. It's like they're like, "Oh, this event is happening. Who wants to volunteer?" My message would go post like, "I want to volunteer," and we would have like meetings till like past 12 sometimes. And my brother, who is much older than me, he has gone through all these experiences, and he told me that, dude, this doesn't matter. Like it's not going to be that important. But at that time, I was like, what do you know about it? Of course it matters. This is so cool. Like, I'm so important. That's so like, but it doesn't. Like, now that I'm getting into my third year, I look back and it's just embarrassing. Like, why did, first year Avantika why did she do so much? So yeah, I would honestly say that take your first semester easy. Honestly, take like even the first year easy. Just first 2 semesters. If you have 2 semesters in a year or 3 semesters in a year, just like take it easy. Find your pace in college and find out how you fit in and where you fit in. Take time to adjust, because it's a new environment. And yeah, try to mingle around with people, try to look out for other opportunities and as such. But like, don't dive into work right away. It's not going to be beneficial for the longer run. In the last 2 years, I interned at a lot of places and like started this podcast. I think if I'm not wrong, yeah, I started this podcast in my first semester itself. So that was a lot of work. to do just when college had started. And college is much more harder than people give credit to it. It's genuinely difficult because the syllabus is just so different and the way it's taught is so different and stuff like that. So it's like you just like take your first year, take your first semester, and go at a different pace, go at your pace, find out your rhythm to fit into it. Experience is really, really, really important. It is something that sets you apart in college, but don't do it at the cost of your mental well-being.
Okay, so that what you said is absolutely like makes sense. And when you are saying that just don't sign up for everything, maybe you can sign up to explore things that you haven't, like say let's say some kind of art that you are interested in, or even if you're not interested, you can just like try for one day. You can go around places that you have not explored in the same city. Like sometimes a lot of time it happens that you live in the city and you barely know it.
Yeah.
So maybe you can go in your own city and explore it. You can explore a lot of art, different forms of art. It will help you with a lot of time. It will help you with creating a me time, like a time that is all to you. It will help you to create a space where you can just, there will be no rules to do certain things. There will be, you don't have to show it somewhere. There is no evaluation to it. Nobody's going to comment, or it's just for you. So you just get to create this space where you can just be yourself and do things that just come out. You don't have to sit and think, what should you do? Right? So this is where I think you should explore everybody, any kind of art, not completely. You don't have to sit and go and learn it. You can just literally sit and scribble things and just make something out of it. You can just sit and make some cutouts and anything and all. But I think everything is fine. So I think you should explore art. You should explore your own city. Pick up new languages to learn the best way to do it. Yeah. So how would you explore it? How would you do it?
I explore by honestly by just working. Okay, so the last years it's literally been like just me taking up 6 to 7 projects, 6 to 7 like things to do. So one of the ways, interesting ways, is I started performing my poems. So that was really cool and fun. Very intimidating at first. Even today it is, because it's like poems are something you create, and it's a very personal thing that you're presenting in front of so many people. But it's so fun. It's an art form and I love it. So that is one thing. And then when you are in the room with other creative people as well, that sparks out a genuine curiosity within you. That is one thing. I read a lot. I listened to a lot of podcasts. I started my own podcast. I was like exploring this version of myself. And I worked with like certain companies and internships here and there, online courses. I started teaching. I teach English to 9th and 10th graders. So that was a challenge to manage like a part-time job as well as a full-time college. That was certainly something. That, and yeah, it's like being part of different clubs and associating myself with people, not just from my course, but even from like different courses. So you just have a better view of like people in the world in general. And also traveling. How did I forget that? Solo traveling. In the last 2 years, I took two solo travels, solo trips. So that was fun. Okay, so that brings us to our next point, where we would say network, network, and network. Honestly, network with your professors, your seniors, your alumni, your like classmates, everyone and anyone. Because you genuinely don't know where these networks are gonna, help you in what way. Because if you are, let's say, if you're from a competitive school and if you have formed a really good network in your college years, and if it's like a really prestigious or like a competitive school or whatever it is, they would reach out to other professionals. They might end up being in different fields at different positions, stuff like that, and that would be a great place to start because you would already have a much better professional network because you networked in your college. And regardless of that, you just, when you have really good connections with people, you don't know who's going to help you in what way. So many internships, so many jobs, and so many other opportunities get handed to you just because someone knew you close and personal, and they think you're the right fit for something. There are so many things that happened with me which were literally only based on the network. So networking is like an important thing, and the thing is, most people want to help you. So do reach out to people, and it's like, because I have had a lot of people reach out to me on LinkedIn and Instagram where they ask, "Oh, you're from this university. I want to like enroll in this university. Could you answer a few questions?" I'm more than happy to help them. I have had other seniors and other alumni, who are more than happy to help me as well. So it's like, when you talk to other people, they're not gonna like come to you, but once you like go to them, they're very friendly and very approachable and like just very informative and encouraging in general. So I would say networking, honestly, in college years is very crucial. Even with professors, they have such bigger professional network in different fields and in different like disciplines of the field that you are in. So with professors also, they are literally there to help you. So like, try going to them in after college, like after class hours, during their office hours, stuff like that. They're always there to help you. You just need to like approach them. You just need to make the first move. So yeah, I would say networking is one of the very important things that you need to do in college.
I think these people are more generous than we think that they actually are. So we don't come to know that until we just go up to them and talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. 100% agreed. Yeah, they're genuinely really generous. Yeah. That that brings us to our next point, where you need to start romanticizing your college life to survive it, quite literally. How did you romanticize your college life, Sonali?
My college life was very it was busy, but I was working with the jobs that I love. So I didn't mind working and putting college at the side earlier. But then yeah, I do go out alone. Honestly, I just get dressed, then I go out alone to literally do nothing. Okay. So I'm not going to shop. I'm not going to go out with the intention of anything. But okay, if I like something, I'm going to pick it on the way. And I'm going to shop some books every time I go out. I'm going to pick one or the other book. Even if I'm going to read it after 6 months, I'm just going to get it for myself. So yes, this is what I do. I just go out and without a lot of noise, without a lot of music, I just be peaceful and I just look around. There are literally so many beautiful things around us that you don't have to literally go and search for them. Just look around more and more often. Look at the nice colors, look at the nice apartments, look at the nice people, look at everything that catches your eye. Pay attention to it. Take a moment with it, and it will just itself slow down your life. So you don't have to separately just do something. It will just slow down your life. And so slowing down things is the most romantic thing you can do for yourself.
That is so true. Being mindful of just your surrounding is so crucial. Yeah. Um, I romanticized my last 2 years by going to cafes.
Hey, that is a very good thing, you know.
Yeah. Money manager would say otherwise.
But still, cafes is have a different vibe to it. So absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's okay. So I have this like weird rule where I wouldn't go to a cafe unless like if I'm going by myself, and if I want to get work done, because they're like not that cheap, right? It's expensive. So I will only go to cafes if I'm sitting there for like 4 hours, more than 3 hours, or about 3 hours, like more than 3-4 hours. Sometimes I'll like sit at a cafe for like 9 hours. I'm not even kidding. And like just get things done. And it's a very efficient way of getting things done, because it's just you're at a new place. I love coffee, and the aroma and like the scent and everything of caffeine is like just irritating. And you're like also outside, and you get to people watch where you're bored. You get to just look around and listen to music and like vibe, or sometimes like make friends and like talk to like random people over there, stuff like that. And yeah, it's great. So I have this weird rule where I wouldn't go to a cafe unless I'm working like longer hours there. And in my head, I'm like, you know what, Avantika, that's fine. As long as you're getting work done, and as long as you're there for like, longer hours. But yeah, going to cafes had become sort of a norm. I would I would do that. That is like one crucial thing of romanticizing my college life. The other one, um, the other one, not okay. One of the things that I do, this is so again very related to caffeine. So after a while, going to cafes got a little too expensive, and also I wouldn't like stay after college to go to a cafe for that long. So we have a little stall for like coffee in near my college. So I would like leave house like 10-15 minutes earlier. So I reach there 10-15 minutes earlier, get the coffee and get it to class. So
The small adjustments that we do in our even daily lives to
so I would basically be sipping coffee throughout some of the lectures, and it just made everything so much better, honestly. And too many people, after a while, people just expected me to like just walk in with a cup of coffee. It was fun, you know. It's romanticizing life. It's like you're the main character. I love that. So yeah, coffee is how I romanticize my college. Yeah, and that's about it. So, okay, I want to ask you, what are certain self-care habits or practices that you follow that help you get through college?
self-care that I started following was I started maintaining a journal,
Mm.
but I didn't put a such compulsion like actually you should journal every day.
Mhm.
But I didn't put a compulsion like I did what suits me, so I journal whenever it's much going on. So that is what the very important thing that is in my life right now that I journal a lot. I write down everything, most of the things, everything I write it down. Then I started a very ritual and very compulsory skincare that I introduced to my, just like your skin feels good, you feel good, is what I think. So yeah, so this is what part of my skincare. My skincare journaling. I do some like physical activities. Again, it is not compulsory to do it every day. Okay, you have to go, you have to do it every day. But then if you want for like okay, I need a health benefits out of it, so I do physical activities like whenever possible. So this is how my self-care goes on. And it suits me well. So I think you should make a self-care routine what suits you instead of just, putting everything once and all for all. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. People often have this very rigid morning routine, but it's like it's not a one size fits all. It's different for every single person. Someone can get like 3 things or 5 things done in the morning, but then the other one just needs time to wake up. And that's fine. You know? Even when it comes to self care, it's different practices will work for different people. For for me, I think going to therapy regularly has helped not just with college, but just like coping with mental health better. That is one of the activities that I diligently do. Sometimes we do it like once a month, or sometimes like once in 2 weeks, or something like that, depending on what the situation is. The other thing, coffee. The other thing would be, wait, well, yeah, organizing my day is better. So I would always have I would journal too, but I would only journal about my thoughts and emotions when everything was a little overwhelmed and I needed to be on a piece of paper to get it more concrete. That is when I journal. But I do have this habit of maintaining a calendar and having a to-do list like every day. Sometimes it's like a weekly thing, or most of the days it's an everyday thing. So my days are scheduled much better. That is one thing. And also taking time out for myself, uh, going to the gym as often as I can. And the other thing would be taking myself on dates. That's for sure. Like I would actually make sure that okay, this is if I get tired, like if I get tired after a couple of like busy, hectic weeks, I would be like, okay, this is one day that I do absolutely nothing. I'm not gonna touch my laptop and do any work. This is just for myself, and I would take myself for like a sauna or like a massage or literally, or like just a lunch date where I read a book while sitting in a cafe or a restaurant, stuff like that. Nothing too fancy, but it's just me doing things. And also, one of the things that I wanted to talk about in self care is that take yourself to places and events, even if you don't have anyone with you. That is so freaking crucial, because it only not only gives you a lot of confidence that you're showing up for yourself regardless of other people, but you're gonna have so much fun. Oh my god. So take yourself to places and events regardless of who is coming with you.
Absolutely, absolutely agree with that point. Like, seriously, you have to do it at least once in a while. Just go. Like, just don't be waiting for invitations or plans or just like go. Just fine. If something's happening in your town, just go there, visit there. Come back, tell your friends, visit again with them. But just go there, visit there by yourself at least first. Yeah, I agree. It's totally amazing.
Yeah. So with that, we're coming towards an end of the episode. Is there anything else you would like to talk about regarding college survival guide?
So I will say that to survive through your college, be true to yourself first. And I will say that track your progress on every point of your college. Your personal growth, your academic growth, your any growth, if you are picking any career apart from those academics. I will say track your growth, not to just have a track of it, but then you get a sense of accomplishment, a small accomplishment that okay, I have completed this. So just have a view of what you have achieved. So it will just help you to keep a very optimistic perspective towards whole process. So this is what I would like to add again.
That is so wonderful. 100% agree. And it's like college is amazing. College is fun. So take as much as you can, and honestly, just have fun. It's not that deep, Take things sincerely and not seriously, and just have fun. Make memories and do what you want to do, but just also be safe. That's like one thing that I would say. Live new experiences. You're the main character. Just remember that. And always do it for the plot. So we're coming towards the end of an episode. Thank you so much for joining with me today. It was so fun recording this episode with you.
Thank you so much, Avantika, for having me. It was fun. It was something new, and I've also been putting myself into new places, exploring. So thank you so much.
Yeah, this is a wonderful start, and I'm sure we'll record some more episodes together.
A lot of stuff together. Yeah.
This is all from our end. If you liked today's episode, do reach out to us. We'd love to know what you think about it. If you want to reach out to us on Instagram, we are on Instagram at @u.pod. Our email will be linked down in the description below. If you're listening to this on Spotify, we're also on YouTube as video podcasting. So yeah, do check out our YouTube channel. And if you liked today's episode, if you're listening to this on Spotify, do leave us like a 5-star review. It really helps with algorithm, and it helps us to reach out to even more people. Share it with other people who might be starting college soon or have already started it and who might be benefited from this. And if you are on YouTube, who subscribe to the channel, we also have a newsletter. So if you want to check that out, the link will be present in the description. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. We hope that you enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned because we have so many exciting collaborations together and so many other like episodes coming in touching mental wellness. We are very excited to share this journey with you. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next episode. I love you. Bye.
Bye bye.